lasers and the related sciences. And I'll show you one thing that I learned very early on. If you hold your hand like this and you're explaining about energy levels in an atom, you know, and you have your fingers, and you say, these are the energy levels. So then I had a little handkerchief. And I was trying to use this principle to show how you can get Raman scattering. How you can get one photon comes in, hits the excited atom, out comes something in a shorter wavelength. So this represents sort of, say, 600 nanometer photon. And I pump it into my hand here, and it's being absorbed now in an energy level from the atom. And as it's absorbed, you'll see that, well, first of all, you see that out of the other end comes now a violet photon, say 400 nanometers, and the energy that's left over, of course, now you can use the same principle for multi-photon absorption, and then we get into the area of virtual levels. It's a bit more complicated. So here we start off with another 600 nanometer photon. And I put this in here. Now, this photon goes in, and it's not actually going to be absorbed. There's two photons here, two 600 nanometer photons. And what they're doing is they're going defining a virtual level, which means that you can't see them. The energy has been absorbed, but it's not quite absorbed. It's a quantum mechanical state. So the idea is then, having got these two, you take now your 600 to 400 nanometer photons, and you start to push this in. And as you push the 600 nanometer photon in, out at the bottom, and this is slow motion now, because this happens quite quickly inside. Out comes a longer wavelength photon, keep pushing, and eventually the 400 nanometer photon is completely absorbed. Out comes the 600, and what energy is left, of course, is right now. And there's more where that came from. Right, I thought I'd better get this one over very quickly, because it's one thing to show these demonstrations, it's another thing to perform them as magic tricks. So I'd like the opportunity to describe to somebody here how it is to be on a big stage like this and perform in front of an audience. Does anybody would like to help me with this? Here we are. Sonia would like to demonstrate for you now how to do a magic trick. Now I thought I'd use some big cards because otherwise, you know, the problem with the little one, people don't see them, so of course it's easy to handle. There's 8 cards there, Sonia. 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's a more baby.
Sonia, take from here. Just take any 4 you like. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which 4. Just quickly take 4 cards. 4. Sonia, listen. I know it's quite nerve-wracking being here. Bright lights, everything. Okay. 4. Show them all back out to the audience. Okay. No, back. Oh, Sonia. If you're going to be good at magic, you've got to follow the instructions exactly. Okay. So you hold them like this. Bring them together. Bring them together slowly. Right up. So all the backs are outwards. Now, this is the top card. You see the way I'm holding my cards? Is that the way you're holding your cards? No. Hold your cards in your hand. Hold your hand in your hand. This is the front, and that's the back. Right. Take your front card. Turn it over, put it to the back. Take your next card, just put it to the back. No, you're telling me.
I'm very bad. No.
Take your top card, turn it over, put it to the back. Take your next card, just put it to the back.
No,
put it to the back. Don't turn it over.
Okay.
Turn your cards over. Take the top one, turn it over, put it back on top. Take out your bottom card, turn it over, put it back on the bottom. It's the first stage of the trick. Show everybody, despite the fact you turn them upside down and things, they're all the same way around. Just show them that they're all the same. We've got the next one. I've gone too fast. Too fast.
Shall I delete the video and start again?
Right, put them all together.
This will be on YouTube, guys.
Take your top card, turn it over, put it on the bottom. Take your next card, just put it on the bottom. Turn your cards over. Take your top card, turn it over, put it back on the top. I think you're doing okay with this.
I think so because it's much more slower.
Now pull out your bottom one, turn it over, back on the bottom. That's fantastic. Now count them out this time, so you know. 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you what, since it's your first time on a big stage, and probably your first time doing magic like this, I can see the pressure on you. You can turn over your cards and mine. And mine.
Oh.
Right. Take my top card. Turn it over. Put it on the bottom.
Like this.
Yeah. And take your top card. Put it on the bottom. No. What's this? Right. That's it. Take your next card and just put it
I'm confusing you as well.
Yeah.
I think so.
And take the next card and put it on the bottom. And my top card and put it on the bottom. Turn your cards over, and turn mine over, and take your top card, turn it over, put it back on the top and mine, and pull out your bottom card, turn it over, put it back on the bottom, and mine. Great. Big smile and show the audience they're all the same way around. Yes! Thank you very much. Optical fibers. Demonstration. This is obviously a rather large optical fiber, just to so that we can all see what's going on here. And I would like to address the problem of cutting fibers and splicing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find the middle here, and this is a kind of a knot just to help me so I don't get lost with this. So I'm going to make a little knot in the middle here, and I'm going to cut this rope. Okay. And as you know, the biggest problem with optical fibers is this whole thing of how do you restore them when they're being cut. So let me just cut this fiber like this, traditional cut, using mechanical means, not laser. So now we have 4 lengths and 2 middles. So we've got now 2 optical fibers. And they've got the laser technique, of course, is a bit more straightforward than optical fibers. The laser comes along and it cuts it into 2.
Whoa.
Yeah, and of course the fiber now in 2 is now completely restored. Now, optical fiber communication is a challenge, and you can imagine how it is if you've got to say two people using a telephone at this end here and 2 optical fibers transmitting the signal on. This person makes a phone call. I showed that by turning the end into my hand here, and the phone message travels along optical fibers and comes up at this end here. This one comes in like this, and of course now we have just the one long length of optical fibre, back where we started from. And now what I'd like to demonstrate to you is the process of networks. Just like to tie a knot in this optical at the end here. Just take it in. And so now we've got you can split the fibre. How are you doing? I'll show you how this technique works. It's a kind of new electromagnetic, well, it's an electrostatic process. So I shake this end here, and then I shake this end here. I get nice continuous, and they link as they come together. How are you doing? So I use a laser again. I cut the optical fibre. Hold on to that end there. So now I'd like to demonstrate the process of oscillator power amplifier, which is used a lot in telecommunications. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this one in two, so that now I've got here, I've got a long length. Now this represents the high power, the power amplifier. This is sort of intermediate one, and this is the low one. Now, of course, these fibers are all together on the network, and power is being shared amongst them like this. You ever wonder how telephone engineers manage to uncouple all of these, so you end up with all these. But effectively, what you've got with them is the power is shared to the point they're all effectively the same length.
Wow.
Now, to join three lengths of fibre together, I'm going to use a traditional method to start with. I'm going to tie these two together like this. Right, and I'm going to take these two here and tie these together the same way. So now we've got the three fibres the same length, just like that. And I'm going to trim them like this. Souvenir from Ireland.
Thanks so much.
Don't say you get nothing back for your money. Here we go. Now there's lots of ways of joining these back together again. It's this kind of splicing technique. So you can just rub like this, and of course the thermal energy gets transferred along the fibre, and these are almost unbelievably invisible. Or you can take the join and you can just slide it along. It's like a thermal energy thing, just spread it along the fibre. You can take the joint, you can throw it back in the fibre like this, and you can just blow, and you're back in the energy.